Hello there, good folks, watching the daily vlog. Welcome to day 30. So I woke up extremely late today. So the time right now is 11:15, which also explains the sharper drop on the scale because we're a bit more depleted than usual. So update from the neck inflammation last night. It's definitely, I don't know if it's gotten worse. It was really worse when I went to bed, but then I think it's very slightly better. And I kind of figured out where things went wrong. I think I was sleeping face down with my head tilted to one side and with a pillow mid-sleep, and I got it partially confirmed from the missus as well. So yeah, that's a terrible mistake. Don't do that. It's going to take, definitely a while from how it feels now. I should probably stop touching it and massaging it. It's a bad idea. And I might go in for some quick painkillers, something as basic as maybe ibuprofen or something slightly stronger like, a gabapentin or a gabapentin, not entirely sure. Waiting for a confirmation from the medical professional. So while we do that, I'm going to get some quality work done and we'll maybe just do 2 meals. Obviously, training is out of the picture. Today was anyway a Friday. Usually I take an off and do some more personal work. So it's anyway an off day and it also gels well with our inflammation. Emails, transmission plans, food. And if you're watching these videos without subscribing, consider subscribing if you like the videos. Otherwise, you're just going to be filled with a boring video on your feed. So don't do that. Okay. So I had to have a meal before I had my painkiller. So that's some egg dosa and chutney action. Got my laptop there, going to get some work done and getting some mufti bank action. Let's dive in. The time now is around, we got some solid work done, transformation plans, checking emails, adjustments, all of them sorted. I sometimes, I just love working in my room compared to my workspace because it reminds me of the simpler days, when I did not have a workspace. All I was doing just sitting in my room, just one laptop, no extra PC or whatever to do extra editing or whatever. It was just a time when, when things are just bubbling, you don't know what lies ahead. I didn't know like such a career lay ahead of me. I was just like doing what I loved, which was making different types of diets and, training protocols and trying to experiment that with myself and understanding the human body, of course, with whatever research was available at the time. And now, of course, when things pan out by the will of God, it's just good, when all your hard work throws in, it's good. But it's nice to go back to that time. It's just me and my laptop, sit in my recliner. I didn't even have the recliner back then. And yeah, good times. And now, let's go chase some good food. Let's go. My neck is actually feeling so much better. I took a muscle relaxer with medical supervision. So relax, guys, don't go crazy on the comments. And let's get our oil brush on. I'm in a very good mood today. Slightly happy that I don't have to train. Of course, I love training and all of that, but then with the hectic schedule, I think today was a much needed relaxation. Today was anyway a scheduled break. See, I kind of knew when my burnout threshold will get over, so I planned the off ideally. Yesterday was an unplanned off. We had to kind of take it because of the inflammation. Far better. You have no idea how much better compared to how terrible it was in the morning. So hopefully it should settle. Might take this opportunity to drive to Chennai, but then once again, I'm not sure if driving. Neck pillow depends. I do have a very decent suspension in my car, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Rolling, huh? Action, huh? Polama. All right, egg whites go into the mix. Ooh, that's more than usual. At this point, I planned my diet the previous day a little bit, and then on the day of the diet, the rest. I'm drafting out so many diets, so definitely more focus on my client diets because that needs to be perfect. If mine is a little imperfect, it's fine as long as when it comes to my plate, I can kind of figure out, okay, it is good or not. So pre-planning my diet is just half and half at this point. Allows me to work on other things a bit more because you can always manipulate food once, of course, you'll need to gather a few years of experience to be able to, eyeball stuff and all of that. So there's that. We got sambar rice with some veggies and some potatoes. That's once again something that will, elevate the consistency. If you love that creaminess, add some potatoes to your sambar rice and then really pressure cook it. It's going to melt down. Okay, mine hasn't melted down that much, but anyway, you get the idea. Let's look at the egg whites. Yeah, they're also almost done. I think we have some interesting vegetables today apart from spinach. Inna kai iniki? Varakava. Potato. Okay, I was looking at plantains, hopefully, but it was just potatoes. Ideally, potato is actually not a vegetable. It is, but in bodybuilding terms, it's more of a primary carb source. Vegetables are once again carbs, but not primary. Imagine having vegetables as a primary carb source. You're going to end up having a bloat all day with all that fiber. I do know a bodybuilder who used to do that. I don't remember his name exactly. He used to have this big ass bowl of salad for his carb, especially when he was cutting. So, more food volume, easier to diet. But I don't think I can handle that much fiber. That's just too much. Plus, we also have some fiber from the lentils, which is great. Having rice and lentils, having rice in the diet and lentils I think there was a study on that, I'm not entirely sure, I didn't deep dive into it, was shown to have an effect where it gave the individual a lesser risk of colon cancer, which is why in the West, in places where they eat a ton of meat, you will see more colon cancer cases. Of course, it could be something entirely based on even their own genetics, but still, having fibrous carbs that are easy on your bowels, especially because protein can constipate you, can be really beneficial. So when you do a lot of meat, also make sure you do a lot of fiber. Egg whites are done. Yeah, my oval plate is up in my room because you obviously saw me eating dosa there with my work in the morning. So I'm going to have to make do with a regular plate that everyone else eats. Okay. Yes. Go. Might as well get rid of it. The last one to eat. And a tiny bit of potatoes. Going to jump into that. I'm not taking the camera there because the family is there. It's going to be family time, just chilling, private time, and I'll catch you after this meal back in the workspace. We are back. Wait. We are back to the timeline. Getting back to some editing. Of course, I've been editing all this while. Took a small break. The time is 6 minutes past 7, and got 2 videos on the queue. One is almost done. So after that, we'll probably take another short break. Get refreshed a bit. Also did some emails midway, and they made chettinad chicken at home today. I didn't tell you guys about that at meal number 2 because I later discovered. So I had some of that in my previous meal as well. If you guys are keeping a note of exactly what I'm eating, if you have the time and patience for that, go ahead. That's what I had. Not too much, just a moderate portion. And let's get back to the edit and maybe have some sweet delicacies slightly later. So we are heading out for a quick snack. It depends in a while if it's going to be just a quick snack or not. Not in the mood, huh? All right. What about your chips? Okay. Enquiries Reliance. Surprisingly free for a Friday evening, la? Nice. See, I had this planned like 2-3 days ago. If you've been watching the daily vlog, if you're not watching the daily vlog, well, could be worth your while. Give it a shot. So we'll enjoy that now and then drive back home. I think almond is actually far better than brownie. Even I like brownie, but then I think we've had brownie a lot, and now almond just tastes absolutely. It's very good. We used to like almond, right? Yeah. And then we switched. And I think we were right the first time. I should probably eat it slow. All right, I finished that. I'll catch you guys back home. I need to eat it slow. Otherwise, I'm going to end up buying another one. All right, back at the kitchen. Today, pudu concept. Yarume idharaikku pannadhu. Dinner vandu egg whites. Thottukkiradhukku carbohydrate. Same old, because the foundation is good. And why repair something that's not broken? But we do have some variety in carbs. I'm not entirely sure if you guys would like this sort of carb that I'm about to show you, because typically it's considered a very easy, cheap food to make. The guy holding the camera absolutely hates it, but let's see. Oil usually brush than difference. Spoon. All right, let's get going. Fairly large portion of egg white once again, because of the meal we started the day with had just 2 whole eggs, so we're under on the protein unless we shoot it up in this meal, which is exactly what we're doing. No, those are not shells. Also, if you guys are having a lot of egg whites like me, taking it as your primary source of protein, Always make sure you wash your eggs before separating, because when you separate it, the egg white is kind of sticky, so it's going to run through the surface of the outer shell, which is usually disgusting if you don't wash it. So wash it well and then separate the egg white. A wooden spatula. Where's the large one? Yeah, the pan's not hot enough, so we let it rest for a while. While we're on the topic, the carb I'm talking about is got all that flavor. It's mostly turmeric. It's basically idli upma. I love this food. I'm actually not a big fan of idli. I wasn't until very recently, because idli is usually bland. At least dosa, although the batter is very similar, has some crisp to it because you can add stuff like ghee or whatever. And then idli upma is basically idli but added flavor along with it. So it's delicious. I know a lot of you are going to be, on edge with this, but I enjoy it, man. You don't have to have it if you don't, but I do. So I'm going to dive into that. And the pan's really not hot. I think I need a new non-stick. This one's lost its ability to allow one to cook food with less lubricant, i.e. oil. That's ready. The trick is to let it cool down after the egg white is done. That way it's not going to stick. My toaster is full of egg. Okay. Dunk that in. Nice. I think I was thinking about having ketchup, but I think just the flavor in itself is pretty good. Might have some of that chettinad chicken curry from afternoon. Let's take some of that. Just a little. Nice. Because I already had a lot of that in the afternoon, so we don't want to overdo it. Maybe throw it in the diet plan next time. So, as I dive into that, you have a lovely day. Catch you tomorrow. நாளைக்கு அதாவது ஹிந்தியில் என்னது கல் கல் செங்கல்